sort of wrapping up actually. So finally, I guess sort of takeaway point is that obviously whilst, yes, the situation over the last year has been difficult for everyone, are there any things you think sort of will change for the better going forward as a result of sort of people having to think in different ways?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I think in terms of thinking about the ways that people work, I mean, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. But I mean, there's one law firm here in London which has already said that they will not go back to having, they've given up their leased space, and have said they won't be going back to having everybody in the office in the future. People will primarily work from home, but with a much smaller company premises for meetings and client-facing things going forwards. But it'll be interesting to see whether more people go in that direction. I think also in terms of, I mean, you touched on this earlier, but in terms of the types of things that people get more used to, will people want to work from home more, or will they, perhaps in many cases crave the opportunity to actually get out and go to the office and talk to people face to face? But I think certainly, being in a situation where you have the opportunity to be more flexible and to work from home maybe one day a week or something, or I think that will be probably one of the big things that comes out of this. I mean, Zoom, I mean, here we are on Zoom, you and I sitting side by side on opposite sides of the world, and being able to do this webinar, thank goodness, so far without any glitches or anything like that. I mean, it's amazing how powerful the communications have been, and people realizing, well, do I need to have face-to-face meetings or not? So I think that's one of the big things. I think probably the other big thing is in terms of thinking about mental wellness and communications with employees, and how those interactions work. And I think there's certainly been a lot of thought given to that, which may well follow through into a post-COVID environment.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, that makes complete sense with what we're seeing as well. I think, yeah, that the flexible working is something people are much keener to explore, and companies are much more open to, which perhaps they wouldn't have been 18 months ago. So I think that can only be a positive.